As we approach November 1st, and in an effort to make sure that there's good information out there for folks that may need some food assistance, I'm going to give you a list of different state actions that have currently been announced so that you could pass this information on to someone who may need it. For Louisiana, they've authorized $150 million in state funding to extend the SNAP benefits through November 4th and cover most recipients for a limited period of time. For New Mexico, allocating $30 million in SNAP food assistance via the EBT card. Virginia declared a state of emergency and committed to using state funds to provide temporary SNAP or food benefits. Vermont has voted to use their state funds to partially support the November SNAP benefits. States providing food bank assistance, emergency aid would be Connecticut, providing $3 million in emergency funding for food banks. Maryland declared a state of emergency and allocated $10 million to food banks and anti-hunger organizations. Massachusetts has doubled their payments to food banks for November from $4 million to $8 million. California has expedited $80 million to state food banks and activated the National Guard to assist with distribution. But there will be no direct funding to the SNAP cards in California. For Colorado, moving to allocate $10 million to food banks for emergency hunger relief. New York has announced $30 million in state funds for emergency meal programs targeting SNAP recipients. Minnesota and West Virginia both confirmed increased funding to support local food banks. Hawaii, $2 million for food banks and working with charities to offer housing and utility aid for struggling families. Delaware has declared a state of emergency and will release SNAP benefits weekly for as long as possible. Locally, the city of Atlanta has halted evictions and shutoffs for vulnerable residents, but have not offered a food assistance at this time. And then there are states like Maine, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire that have committed to smaller sums to food banks. Following states have not announced any plans as it stands right now. That would be Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Florida, Texas, Alabama, Missouri, Georgia as a whole state, North Carolina, Kentucky, Michigan, and South Carolina. That is the news as we have it right now. Just be kind to your fellow residents as you do not know what they are currently going through. Feel free and please pass this information on to anyone that you know who may be suffering, even if they're not going to say, just pass it along through your feed just to help someone who may be too proud to ask for that help. Thank you.